Hello artists, Mrs. Castle here, and we are going to work on charcoal number 4 and put your name. Okay, for this video you're going to need a piece of 12 by 9 paper. You're also going to need fine charcoal and compressed charcoal, maybe a blender, and an eraser. So I'm not going to draw with regular pencil. I am going to draw with my fine charcoal, and we're going to create the illusion of space, and not outer space, but distance, like far away distance. And I'm going to start out by drawing some hills. I'm going to kind of change it up. Okay. And I'm going to add some things that are close up. And I'm going to put a road. And remember, the farther away a road gets, the narrower it's going to look. So it should be pretty wide the closer it gets to us. Make a curving road this time. I'm going to think about the proportions, the size of the road compared to the size of your other things. I'm going to put a tree, and remember, no lollipop trees. Like, make your tree an interesting shape. I'm going to erase that that part of the hill inside the tree. I'm going to put a smaller tree. I'm not going to get much smaller than that because it's going to be really hard to fill in. Okay, with the charcoal, I'm going to, the farther away things are, the grayer they look. So I am very, very lightly, very, very, very gentle pressure. I'm going to start filling in the first range of hills, or the farthest away range. I'm going to change this up a little bit, make it a little bit more different. Don't want them to be exactly the same all the time, because the world just isn't. Nature isn't like that. The rows of mountains are going to look different, or hills, or whatever they are. Okay, I'm going to use my finger to blend. I'm going to see if I can, some of the texture of the marks is okay, but farther away there's going to be less texture. Everything is going to look kind of smooth. Okay, then I'm going to start on my second row of mountains, and I'm going to change it a little bit there. I'm going to press harder and layer up a little bit more with the second row. Kind of medium pressure. I'm going to use my finger to blend that one too. The vine charcoal is really nice for this because it's going to give you some very, very light values. I'm going to change this row some. And I want to go around the top of my tree. Something to think about is making something kind of cross the, I'm gonna do another tree that kind of that crosses the, sort of horizon line. I'm gonna fill this in more solid. I'm gonna change this up even a little bit more. Make things different heights. Don't always have every mountain or hill looking exactly the same. Okay, that's kind of dark. So I'm going to use my finger to kind of loosen. I'm pressing a little bit harder to see if I can move. That's better. Okay. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to kind of switch back to light, and I'm going to start and I'm going to kind of make a little bit of texture. I'm doing some texture, and I'm just kind of smudging it gently to kind of spread out some of the charcoal. I'm going to do that around my trees, around these faraway trees first. And I'm putting some shadows where the bottom of the fluffy part of the tree would be, and then I'm going to bring out some light areas. So those pop forward a little bit more in front of the grass. Okay, as I get closer down here on this side, I'm going to put more texture. And in here, because we're going to be able to see through the branches. I'm not rubbing it all away. I'm just gently smudging. Add a little bit of shadow underneath. Because if there's a shadow in the tree, there should be a little bit of shadow under the tree. Finish my road over here first. I'm being very careful about where I put my fingers because the fine charcoal smudges very easily. Okay, you can use some compressed charcoal, but be careful because it's really, really dark compared to the vine charcoal. Okay, there we go. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm gonna put like some clouds in the sky. I'm gonna do like fluffy clouds, and those big white fluffy clouds always have like a dark shadow on the bottom. Or even the long, skinny, fluffy clouds, they always have a darker shadow on the bottom because the light doesn't go all the way through them. You can put some of those in the sky. All right, there we go. Make sure you take your picture and upload it, and that bothers me that that's stopping at the edge of that hill. So I am going to make that tree a little bit taller. Make things cross the horizon line, guys. Horizon line is not a ceiling. What's on the ground doesn't stay below the horizon line. We see things cross the horizon line all the time. So don't be limited by that line. So have fun, and I can't wait to see what you do. Bye-bye.